제가 오늘 그들을 찾아왔습니다. 그리고 오늘 그들은 직접 그들의 손으로 운명을 개척합니다. SK텔레콤 T1!
SKT, the fans came down tonight. It is totally sold out here in the Nexon Arena. Everybody wants to cheer them on in their last regular game here. The regular season going to finish with hopefully a win for the SKT fans tonight. And with Thal, and I think a lot of focus is also going to be on the mid lane up against Faker. Certainly if they can blow his flash with the LeBlanc and the Olaf making their way towards the mid lane, could have a bit of fun there.
But this comp has no identity from Kongnu Monster outside of win lane, win game. Fiora is good into Camille, yes. LeBlanc, very good into Talia, yes. But together, they don't really do anything as a full-on composition. They have power, they can win lane, win game, but doing that against SKT after being 1-0 down as the 10th place team in the league, a very outside chance. Meanwhile, SKT have very solid engage. They have good 4-1 if they can get the Camille rolling. Laning phase in bot lane will be very happy as well with the Varus and the Tahm Kench, whereas for the side of Kongnu Monster, it's all about snowball. They need a mid lane or top lane to get massively ahead and then warp their vision line from it. But making that happen against SKT, all we can do once again is wish them the best of luck.
We'll see if they can do it with this very aggressive draft going into SKT. Let's jump into game number 2 right now.
There's a lot for Kongnu Monster to play around in the early game. In this particular one, it's just 5v5, where they just haven't drafted a comp that works in a 5v5 sense. Blank's main job is to jungle top side around top and mid, put down wards, and stop anyone from dying. That is really what he needs to do. This is the sort of game where you can't hold against him lack of kill involvement, because these are not lanes set up for kills. These are lanes that need protecting.
Certainly are. I mean, when you're a jungler and you have to go into lane just to help your mid laner push it, you know you're struggling. But here we go, grand challenge. Roach looking for the 1v1. Not willing to dive the turret, though. Another situation where you get the being at the right place at the right time along with Blank. Kind of mirroring each other so far. Raze hits level 6 in the lane. Thinking about an engagement, a flash forward over the seismic shove, and first blood will go over very early to the side of Raze once again over Faker.
And Faker just didn't respect it. He had his own flash up. I assumed this flash was down to make the play. It wasn't, and they pick up the kill.
To that mid lane.
Yeah, Archangel's Banshee Veil. Those will be the core items for Faker within the first 3.
Oh boy.
So the blast plan up to disengage.
Blank getting a little bit frisky with some of the wards, trying to clear that one. Oh, we got to engage here from SKT.
Who's ganking who?
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. We're going to have the ults thrown in. There's the wall onto Edge, but getting low once again is Faker, and down he does go. But the LeBlanc will go down too, so a 1-for-1. That battle on a knife's edge, only the mid laners going down.
Roach had the teleport advantage, used it. They're going to have to get an Infernal to make this worth it. Fiora teleport is always questionable, especially in the early game with no Ravenous Hydra. If there was no Fiora involved, this would be advantage Kongnu turning onto the Infernal. With the Fiora teleport down, maybe Thal can do some playmaking and punish the TP usage by Roach.
Making his way towards mid lane. But that's all warded up. They see him coming in, and actually, they want to engage onto him with that vision. They're going deep again. Effort is getting low, but so much blown. Here's the Olaf versus Varus you were talking about going well. They zone out Bang, and now effort's going to be low. Down he does go. Bang returning to the fight.
TP.
Not enough damage. The TP coming in. They only get Secret on the back of it here. The chain's going to land onto Thal, keeping him out of the fight. The flash in from Faker. He wants to get the kill on Olaf, but in the end, will only get the flash, and there it is. Roach now pushing the top side, a 1-for-1 at the end of it all.
And his TP play is something that he's needed to level up in the offseason.
Raze going in once again. Blank is very tanky, but you got a LeBlanc on you right now. Trying to help out here is Faker, but there's Edge. Gonna pick up the kill. Tahm Kench coming in, and oh, the play. The Chains of Corruption is gonna catch him on the backside of that. Able to trade the kill onto Edge is SKT. And Kongnu Monster will eventually be able to disengage.
Just a 1-for-1, and I think 1-for-1 does help both teams situationally. They're turning on to Bang, there's no summoners.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything, no way to get out. They hand the kill over to Soul. Questionable about how he got into that position, but Kongnu Monster are going to be happy about that kill.
I don't understand why he'd be going the aggressive way back to lane when Tahm Kench wasn't with him. It seems like a communication problem from the side of SKT, not knowing or respecting where Kongdom Monster was at. Trying to rush down a turret. They're investing in teleport. They really want this.
Kongdom Monster just non-stop aggression going on in here. The TP comes in from Edge, and they wanted more onto Thal, who's forced to flash away. Trying to hold the turret 2v3, and then the TP coming in. SKT trying to hold on.
Imagine SKT will intuit this because the Fiora's not pushing the lane on the top side.
Ray's getting pretty low here. We got 5 members of SKT seeing an opportunity. Looking to turn it around. Here's Secret from behind. They're immediately going for Faker, but nice effort there. Gonna eat him up, but effort is gonna go down in the end. Roach now getting low. Nice riposte, but not enough health to survive. Only a 1-for-1. SKT, though they do take out the mid lane turret. Gonna feel good about that play.
The flank mid.
Blank looking to make a play onto Edge, but he's actually going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Edge, though, as I say that, just gets blown up in the left side. You get stunned and seismic shove. There's no getting out of there, even if you are LeBlanc. So just trading here so far. Kongdom Monster still feeling like they're in control, looking for effort. Another chains is going to land onto him. He might be just blown up here. Here comes Faker with the wall, but eventually effort does flash out of there and gets out like a failed flash from Raze. Means he should be going down here. The kill is going to go over to Blank. An unfortunate situation for our Kongdom Monster jungler.
It doesn't feel like he into the Infernal.
Faker's in a lot of trouble here. He's got a Fiora on his ass. We got 2 TPs coming in, but finally, effort gonna come in and a TP from Thal too. This is gonna give that Drake advantage over to Kongdom Monster, trying to burn it down here. Flank, wanna be the spoiler. The wall's gonna come in, trying to zone him out, but actually zones himself and bang out. And now Thal getting low in the backline. It's a 5-on-3, and Kongdom Monster are gonna win it extremely heavily on the back here. 2 kills to Kongdom Monster, and that should be the Infernal Drake as well.
You think Faker, with all his polybridge experience, would get the wall right, but he
boy.
doesn't. He cuts off his team with that particular wall. It's a pretty heavy cost, and they're running straight to Baron.
And I mean, that's 2 members out of the fight in Kongdom Monster. Like, okay, we'll take the 5v3. Super easy for us. Should mean the Baron here, as still Blank and effort are down for a good 10 seconds more. No real way for SKT to come in and steal this one. They'd just be feeding kills.
Secret.
Yeah, looks like Faker wants to make up for it, and this might just be a mistake. He's got his Banshee Veil, but no way to get out of this one as well. Getting super low, the chain's gonna land. You can feel the frustration out of Faker trying to go 1v5, but he feeds another kill.
That gives hope, but right now they're rushing in, and the hope is not springing internal yet for the side of SKT.
Oh boy, we got a fight off screen. Roach is going 1v2 down to the bottom.
got it!
There it is, the double kill, as Roach finally shows up for his team on the Fiora. And you mentioned it might take a little bit of extra time, but with those 2 kills, they might just look to end.
Is Kongdom Monster gonna get a pre-30-minute win on SKT?
Looks like it. Effort gonna go down to Blank. No hope in the world as he's trying to run away. Bang, he wants to carry again. And Blank actually almost does survive there. Gets taken out in the end.
They don't have minions. Here comes the minions.
There they go. They still got 33 seconds of Baron here. They're gonna be pushing in. Again, the question, can they end the game? Roach trying to push Bang away. It's 1v4. Bang wants to carry again. The chain's gonna miss.
Still 10 seconds for Faker, then they've done
That's
it.
gonna do it. The Nexus is gonna go down. And guys, we're going to game 3. SKT, they're not in the playoffs yet.
Kongdom Monster win lane, win game. No problem, apparently. They blow away SKT. The Talia play was a bit of a problem this game after being very clean in game number 1. Even though Edge gave up CS, he was always there popping over. Fiora showed up with 3 Infernals and 2 items and 2 members playoff run, which looks so clear just because of yesterday's results. Just after game 1, suddenly there's a storm cloud and we don't exactly know which way it's going.
What the hell is going on in that booth? I want to see the faces of SKT right now. Generally not too emotive, but the communication was not there in game 2. The pressure is on SKT and everybody can feel it.
And in 14 series, Kongdom Monster have picked up 3 game wins, and amazingly, 2 of them have been over SKT.
Well, I said I wanted to see them, and They're all storming out of the booth as they're going to go into the back room and try to talk this one through. Understandable after a loss like that. We're going to take a look at the replay of the 1v2. This was a very fed Fiora with 3 Infernals, as you mentioned.
Sadly, this was the picture-in-pitch. This was the main game in this particular game. Walks up, and we've seen Khan do this before. The moment the healing field comes out, Faker knows he's boned. He dies. Nothing he can do. Such as Fiora in a side lane against the Camille with 3 Infernals. This is spicy, Valdez.
Oh, it is. Guys, we're going to have a game number 3. Go out there and tell your friends that SKT might not be making it, and perhaps Rock's Tigers will be taking their place as Kongnu Monster make it an interesting, might actually defeat SK Telecom and mess up the playoffs. Let's see after a bit of a break.